Hello, everyone. My name is Rachael O'Reilly. This is my Metacognitive Mechanics PowerPoint presentation. Okay, let's get started. The grammar and punctuation rule that I seem to struggle with the most would be run-on sentences. And basically, a run-on sentence occurs when two or more independent clauses are not joined correctly. In other words, that would be like taking two ideas, matching them together in a sentence and not really having any proper punctuation in there. So it tends to come off as a little sloppy and improper. And there are two types of run-on sentences. We have fused sentences and comma splices. Fused sentences are when you take those two ideas and you mash them together with no punctuation at all. Doesn't really usually make a whole lot of sense. And then comma splices happen when you throw a comma in between those two ideas, but you don't connect them with the conjunction. So it also just kind of looks a little messy and sloppy. People are unsure if those two ideas are usually related. I struggle with the concept mainly with comma splices. I tend to throw commas throughout my paper, and I forget about the semicolon. So I figure if I throw a comma in there, then there's a pause in between those two ideas, and that makes it a correct sentence. However, no. When you separate two ideas with a comma, you still need the conjunction in there, just to really show that those two ideas are related. And that's one of the main reasons I struggle with run-on sentences. I also struggle with run-on sentences because I kind of just let the ideas flow and flow and flow out of me. And all of a sudden I got a sentence that's like a paragraph too long, which would be fine if I was properly punctuating it, but I'm not. So here I have provided some examples of run-on sentences. The first one here, it reads, "Today was the best day. My work surprised me with a vacation." This would be an example of a fused sentence. You have those two ideas mashed in there together. No punctuation, no idea if they're related. Second, we have, "She was late to class. The bus schedule was incorrect." This would be an example of a comma splice. You don't have any conjunction to really connect those two ideas together. And then last one, "I need to go to the store. The dog needs dinner." This is once again another example of a fused sentence. And there are three methods to correct a run-on sentence. You can use a semicolon to show that those two ideas are indeed related. Or you can add a conjunction to connect the two ideas. That would be your, and, but, because kind of conjunctions there. Or lastly, just put a period in between the two ideas and form two separate sentences. That is completely fine too. Just always be careful when you do that both of those sentences are full and correct. So here, I've provided those examples again, and the correct way of forming those sentences, I guess you can say. So first one I have, "Today was the best day. My work surprised me with a vacation." So there we've added the semicolon, and you can see those two ideas are indeed related. Yay! Second, we have, "She was late to class because the bus schedule was incorrect." There I've added a comma and the conjunction. So now those two ideas are connecting together. And then lastly, I need to go to the store. The dog needs dinner. There I've put a period in between those two ideas and just left them as two separate sentences, short and sweet, which is fine. All of them are now making sense. And here I've provided a helpful source that I used to fully understand what a run-on sentence is, and that was provided to me by the University of Bristol. This link here that you can see at the bottom of this slide, it sends you to a website article that pretty much just explains what a run-on sentence is, provides plenty of examples on a run-on sentence, provides ways to fix a run-on sentence. Yeah, it's a really helpful link to fully understand this tricky grammar rule. And yeah, that is the end. Thank you everyone for listening. Let me know if you have any feedback or questions. All right. Thank